Hey guys, Buildzoid here, and YouTube sent me this email. Apparently you miss me, or at least YouTube thinks you miss me, and so I figured I'd make a short video giving you an update on the whole moving situation. And the short version of that is that I'm not done yet. I've moved something like 2/3 of my stuff to the new place. Um, yeah, so there's like one more like big van load of stuff that I need to do, and after that I should be done. Now the place I'm moving into is not furnished, so there will still be like setup time before I actually get back to making videos as usual. Um, but yeah, so far like a lot of stuff is already moved, so there's just like one more, hopefully one more. Hopefully I don't forget anything. I am I am organizationally challenged, both in terms of physical objects and time, and that's why it's taking me so long to deal with all of this. Um, but anyway, yeah, so not done yet, but like more than halfway done. We'll just tell ourselves that. Anyway, the rest of the video is just going to be me sort of sharing some random photos and thoughts about this whole moving thing and the new place. So, yeah, let's get into that. So, here's my new bedroom, currently acting as a storage room for basically just motherboards and GPUs. I think there's one box that has clothes in it, and then everything else is just motherboards and GPUs. Is that right? Yeah, that's basically it. I'm like 99% certain that there's just motherboards and GPUs in this photo, which is yeah, it turns out I have over 130 working motherboards and basically over 200 working GPUs. And now, in my defense, there is a limit. There is like a set, like there is a yeah, there is a limit to my collection because there's like basically my goal with collecting motherboards is to have all the cool motherboards for any given socket, and there is a fixed number of cool motherboards for every single socket. So um yeah, and I think the motherboard set that I have that is like the most complete would be the AM3 motherboards. Well, no, not AM3, but AM3 Plus. Actually, AM3, yeah, because like you don't want, as far as I know, you don't want MSI or ASRock AM3 motherboards anyway. And I have the Gigabyte UD7, and I have a Crosshair 4 Extreme, and I have a Crosshair 4 Formula. And as far as I know, there isn't anything else on that socket that you would actually care about. So yeah, that's kind of the perfect example of, a complete portion of the collection is like I have all the motherboards that I care about for that socket. Um, and then there's other chipsets like actually I have one motherboard missing from my Z77 like set, if you will, because actually there's kind of two. But for Z77 I have a Z77X UP7. I actually have two of those because a really cheap one showed up one day and I couldn't help myself. It was 30 quid. Um, and then I also have a Z77 OC formula, and I also have a Z77 M Power. And like what's missing is I don't have a Maximus 6. No, I don't. It's a 5, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have a Maximus 5 Extreme, and I don't have the ITX Asus board with the little daughter VRM daughter board. So I don't. That's like two boards missing from the Z77 set. So that's sort of the idea. Is for motherboards, there's like basically like 5 to 6 motherboards. Okay, there are some chipsets where there's like a questionable amount of motherboards that I want to have, but um, for most of the chipsets, it's like 4 to like 6, 7 motherboards that I think are worth having, and then everything else I don't care about. And my intention with this collection is one, to actually like test all of the boards, and two, get good high res PCB pictures for all of them. So yeah, this isn't just like a hoarding thing. I do actually have plans for them. I haven't gotten around to doing like, doing stuff because unfortunately the flat in the UK that I'm in, too small. When you've got this many motherboards just sort of, shoved anywhere they fit, it gets really counterproductive to actually doing anything with them, which has been sort of annoying me for a few years now. So that's getting solved. Now, the reason why the bedroom is the temporary storage room is because the new place is so big that I get to have a dedicated storage room. And that's what this room is. And as you can see, it is completely empty because I need to like build shelves in it and then move everything out of the bedroom into the new storage room. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe in the storage room I'll have like depending on how much space there is after the shelves are set up, I'm and hopefully there's going to be some empty shelf space. But yeah, after the shelves are set up, I'm thinking maybe a photo corner, like shove something so that the photo, like so that the space that I want to take photos in isn't in the workroom. Because if it's in the workroom, I'm just going to bury it, right? Like, because photo space is basically an unoccupied piece of desk. And if I see an unoccupied desk, like I'm gonna put something there, and then I'm gonna put something more, and then I'm not gonna be able to use it for photos anymore. So it needs to be in a separate room. Otherwise, it's just like yeah, that whole idea is just gonna get overrun with my organizational skills. Um, but yeah, so I'm thinking maybe photo room, maybe a rack type thing that's just running memory stress tests. It might not literally be a rack, it might just be a bunch of PC cases kind of stacked into shelves on top of each other. But that is one thing I kind of want to do is because memory stress testing just takes forever. It's really inconvenient when like the test bench space is occupied by a test bench that's literally just running a memory stress test, right? Like this is going to take 24 hours. For those 24 hours, I can't do anything um, interesting. So that's been very frustrating. And so I'm thinking like, yeah, it would be kind of nice to like parallelize, rackify, and get it out of the like get memory stress testing out of my like main workspace because it doesn't really involve me doing anything, right? Like I just need to check that the test hasn't crashed every so often and then maybe tweak some settings. Um, and so maybe I'll be able to cram that into the storage room. Maybe I'll cram it somewhere else. Well, it can't go in my bedroom because I need to be able to sleep, right? But yeah. Well, so basically that only leaves the storage room. So some way I'll have to figure out how to cram it into the storage room, and I guess some like I guess some of the bedroom might become storage space as well. Um, Maybe like my favorite, most, unique pieces of the collection will get to live in the bedroom with me. Um, they're not really unique, but like my favorite motherboards and favorite GPUs, right? Or at least the ones I consider most interesting might get to live in the bedroom, and this will be like all the more generic stuff, if you will. Um, but anyway, so yeah, storage room. And this is the future workroom. Now, the reason this is going to be the workroom is because this has access to a balcony, which is awesome because that means in winter, I'll be able to stick radiators outside, as well as potentially just take a whole system outside, right? Like if I just want to do like cold air cooling for memory overclocking or something like that, then yeah, I can just stick the whole thing outside for a bit. And that'll be kind of fun. Um, and then in terms of how I'm planning to lay out this room, so for this one, I actually have a pretty solid plan. I basically want desk going all the way like this. The idea being, right, all the way along the wall like this, is that because right now I have a corner desk set up and I really like the extra leg room you get by, having the chair facing into a corner. So yeah, because my legs are pretty long. And so with a regular desk facing a wall, I can't really stretch my legs and still be within reach of the within reach of the keyboard. So I want to do a corner desk setup and, the monitor goes there. And the other thing is I have a triple monitor setup, so that also, benefits from the corner desk setup is like you get your three monitors like that and it's great. They just go along the wall. And yeah, you get some dead space behind the monitor, but that's just a nice place to shove all the cables. Um, that's actually literally what I've done right now. There's just like a rat, like behind the monitor that I'm recording this on right now, there is just a rat's nest of cables behind it, but oh well. Um, and then I'm thinking like the actual like daily PC would live over here. The test benches would obviously have to be in this area, right? They have to be over here because that gives them easy access to the balcony. So if the like radiator is outside, the tubing doesn't have to run all the way along the like doesn't have to run all the way across the room, right? If the test bench is over here and the cooling is outside, then yeah, that's going to be super inconvenient. Which means probably going to somehow, I'm going to want to get a camera up here somehow. The way I've solved this right now is I literally just have a tripod standing on the desk, which is, I would say, suboptimal because the tripod takes up a lot of space. So we'll see if I come up with a better solution to that. Because the thing is, theoretically, I should be able to fit like 2 test benches into this area, though with monitors, we'll see. Um, and then I want to have another desk behind me, and that'll be like a dedicated soldering and repair area, so that'll probably have like the bad oscilloscope. Oh, right, I have the nice oscilloscope. Where does that go? Well, I guess I'll have to figure that out when I get to that. Because right now the way it's set up is that the test benches live on like this side of the desk, so the oscilloscope gets to live here, and then there's a monitor above it. And so you have the monitor for the test bench, the oscilloscope. Whereas if my daily system is over here, because the issue is, right, I don't want to be running like really long HDMI cables around because they suck. I hate long HDMI cables for like capture cards and cameras. So yeah, we'll see what I come up with that. What I come up with for solving that. Um, but anyway, like, so that's sort of the plan, is like the workroom, I just want a lot of desk space. The doers will probably end up living in the hallway. I don't have a photo of the hallway. Um, but yeah, so that's sort of the things I'm thinking. I also kind of want to sit stand desk specifically for recording PCB breakdowns because I've not had the opportunity to test this, but I suspect it's easier to record them standing up than sitting down. Just due to like the mechanics of like where the drawing tablet has to be. Because right now the way it works is I have the tablet in my lap, and so the positioning is kind of awkward. And I think if everything's on a standing desk, it might be like more convenient for me. I don't know. We'll see. Um, and I don't know where that would fit here. So that's concerning. But there's like plenty of space in the bedroom that I don't know what I would do with because I don't really have any plans of having a TV. Seems kind of pointless. Um, and yeah, like, if I really want to watch a movie, like I'll just watch it on a big monitor. Um, I don't really see a point in having an actual TV. So maybe like I'll have another computer in here that can be used for like recording PCB breakdowns and stuff. Because I'd kind of like to like separate out the functionality. Because right now I have like one computer for everything. I'd kind of like to split the functionality out a bit so that like maybe it'll translate to a better workflow, and maybe I'll just gravitate towards doing everything on one computer and then get annoyed at how like everything is on one computer. Uh, but yeah, so that's sort of my thought process there. And one sort of neat thing that I left behind in the Czech Republic when I moved to the UK is this. I bought this like a couple months before I left for university. This is a chiller. It should be really powerful. I've never actually gotten to, like, I briefly tested that it like gets cold, but I never tested it under actual load. So, um, yeah, but in theory, this thing should be able to go all the way down to like minus 20 degrees Celsius for hundreds of watts of heat load. So, like, perfect for benching GPUs. Um, so, yeah, that's something we have to look forward to, assuming it still works, because I haven't, like, it's been just kind of sitting for 10 years. Um, but that should be fun. Also, a neat thing is that I've gotten to inherit all of the family monitors. So, yeah. Because basically everybody else in the family just uses like laptops or phones now. So I've been given free reign to just grab any monitor I see, and it's mine now. So that's cool. So I have no shortage of test bench monitors, right? Because the test benches, I don't care if it's high refresh rate or good color quality. I just need to be able to read some damn text. So, um, yeah. Um, anyway, that's kind of it. Also, this video ended up being not short, but well, that's how you know it's one of my short videos. um, but anyway, yeah, I don't really have anything else left to say. So still in the process of moving, mostly moved, just not done quite yet. So yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. And also just huge thank you to everyone for the continued support throughout the, moving process. And goodbye.